Welcome back. With us now over the same issue is Dr. Nabil Gad, the educational expert. Good morning, Dr. Gad.
Good morning.
How do you perceive the President Sisi's efforts in achieving notable sustainable educational development in Egypt?
Well, of course, this is a very important step for our new generation, who are the future of our beloved country, Egypt. And yesterday, I think Dr. Mustafa Mazouri, the Prime Minister, inaugurated a compound of consisting of 4 schools in the first state for developing the project of universal or cosmetic village at, I think, Amur Park. The partnership with the private sector is actually a very good move to have their efforts and cooperation aiming at giving good performance of our learners, and this would be given with reasonable tuition fees, especially to the middle class families who have limited income in Egypt. I also liked what Dr. Hala Said, the Minister of Planning and Economic Development, said, that the cosmetic village schools is one of the developing projects in coordination with the top priority of the state aim. She also mentioned, I think, that the great concern of the educational issue is an international trend of the sustainable development in learning. The good kind of education actually can help this project to back up and support all our national goals, whether in serving the middle class family learners or any other sector of the society. We have to cope with the international system, the international rubrics, to improve, to have competition in system, and really this will suit the labor market demand, which we are in bad need of having employment for our new grads.
Right. So during his speech, His Excellency, the Prime Minister Mustafa Mazouri, he stressed over the construction of schools complex reflects the state's successful strategy in the public-private partnership.
Yes.
Let's first define this term, the public-private partnership in the education, and is it going to be effective in the coming period according to a new prosperous stage of education? And talk to us also about Egypt's efforts in that particular domain.
For sure, what you have mentioned is absolutely true. I do agree with you. I heard that different companies, like Cairo Company for Investment and Buildings, the Swedish Capital, the Mobica for Integrated Industries, and so many other companies. These parties actually will give a very good hand to Egyptian public sector and the government expenses. I think the government spares no effort to always support and finance the project, especially the education project, because this is the future. And we have always, as I mostly say, we have to perceive and achieve. And if we achieve, that also will realize our future themes. However, we have to motivate the desire of our learners to educate themselves, to have a step forward to cope with the world's quick pace of the development or growth.
Right. So, Prime Minister said that also this particular project is going to serve medium-income families to have high quality of education at reasonable tuition fees. I mean, that phrase came to the relief of almost 100 million of Egyptians, because high quality of education is going to be served I mean, reasonable price. The situation was a little bit of less quality before, with a very high price, and the quality wasn't good. So if you like to talk about this very important successful step taken by the government.
Sure, sure. This inauguration of the 4 schools yesterday in that compound of the Cosmetic Village is actually a very good addition. And you mentioned a very true point about the middle class families with limited income. And we always look to the needs, to the needs, and how they can assure better quality of education, unlike what was in the past, coping with the most up-to-date techniques in learning and training, especially in the applied technical schools, which now reached, I think, 46 schools, aiming to have in the very near future about more than 400 applied technological schools. This kind of schools actually have their graduates who will be picked up quickly at the labor market, because this is the demand nowadays, not only in Egypt, everywhere. I think such grads will be not only working and serving Egypt, our beloved country, but also will be working abroad, maybe in the Gulf countries, and so forth. So the reasonable expenses or the tuition fees for these classes will encourage lots, and maybe others will participate to give the best kind of education ever.
Right. On this note, Dr. Nabil Gad, the educational expert, would like to thank you so much talking to The Breakfast Show, and you have a good day, and our real pleasure. And by this, we come to the end of this edition of The Breakfast Show for this morning. Many thanks to all of you. Until we see you again tomorrow morning, that's a goodbye.